Hey everyone, Luke Dog here, and welcome to Dragon Age 2. Yep, I decided I'm gonna go ahead and start the sequel. So, taking place during / shortly after the previous game, we now tell the story of a new main character in the city of Kirkwall in the Free Marshes. So let's see what happens to the champion. Of course, we gotta check our PSN account and stuff. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's fine. Let's check the options. Let's just see how that goes. Just looking at the video. Let's try that. Okay, new game. The champion's rise to power is shrouded in mystery, but no one questions that the champion was at the heart of events that would change the world. Okay, class and gender. Of course, we don't get to choose our species because we're always human. So, male or female? Warrior. Warriors are masters of melee combat. Some heft an enormous two-handed weapon that strikes several foes at once. Others pair a one-handed weapon with a shield that doubles as a bludgeon. Rogues can wield a dagger in each hand or rain arrows from a distance. They are practically adept at tearing down individual opponents and are the only class that can pick locks and disarm traps. Mages command arcane spells and hurl bolts of magic from their staves. Despite their immense power, mages are vulnerable when their allies fall, or whenever enemy troops attack them directly. So I played a rogue in the last game. In this game, I'm gonna go with a mage. Male, of course. Yeah, you back up. That's a big sword. Yeah, you back up. I'm going with the mage. Let's begin.
Had gentler invitations. I am Cassandra Pentecost, Seeker of the Chantry.
And just, what are you seeking?
The champion.
Which one?
You know exactly why I'm here! Time to start talking, dwarf. They tell me you're good at it.
What do you want to know?
Everything. Start at the beginning.
Scouts. We will have to fight them sooner or later.
Then we make our stand here. Prepare yourself.
Well, this is interesting, Darkspawn. X's attack. Yeah. I wanted to check my codex. Nelsie, use melee. Kaboom.
We can't keep this up forever.
Neither can they.
Perhaps we'll be lucky and they'll run out of Darkspawn.
Here they come. Shall I give them a taste of my blade?
All yours, brother.
Dang. Rain down hell. Freeze. Ugh.
There's no end to them.
Bullshit. That's not what really happened.
Does that not match the story you've heard, Seeker?
I'm not interested in stories. I came to hear the truth.
Well, what makes you think I know the truth?
Don't lie to me. You knew him even before he became the champion.
Even if I did, I don't know where he is now.
Do you have any idea what's at stake here?
Let me guess. Your precious chantry's fallen to pieces and put the entire world on the brink of war. And you need the one person who could help you put it back together.
The champion was at the heart of it when it all began. If you can't point me to him, tell me everything you know.
You aren't worried I'll just make it up as I go?
Not at all.
You'll need to hear the whole story.
So it begins. An epic tale of stuff. Okay, customize. Let's start with the default. Skin. Get a little bit of wear on them. Like a pasty white. Tattoos. I don't think Hawke would have tattoos. Hair. Lots to choose from. You can make him like Alistair. I'm not sure what I chose my last one. It's a possibility. I'll go with this one. Beard, facial hair. Definitely not a full beard. Not much. Want mutton chops? Or no facial hair? Double. Purple might be nice. Tell the difference. Eyes. I seem okay. I won't bother with the spacing or the height. Color. Let's give him some abnormal color for, because he's a mage. Let's do that. Like purple or something. Look at him wait. Nose. Mouth. Jaws and cheek. You know what? I think I'm probably just gonna go with this. Still not sure about the stubble. Just so I can see it better. Oh, I see. That's the difference. Yeah, that'll work. Portraits. Look into my eyes. Name. What's his first name be? Garrett? Nope. Let's see, we had Aiden Kuzlan. Now we're gonna have what Hawke? Aiden Kuzlan. This is. I think my brother's name is Carver, so. Our name shall be. Yeah, we could probably go with Garrett, but let's go with. David? David Hawke? David Hawke. Why not? Okay. Default. A young man from a noble family rose to become the Grey Warden, then ended the Fifth Blight by killing the Archdemon himself and surviving. He always strove for the greater good and placed his friend Alistair on the throne of Ferelden. You could also choose the Martyr. Ferelden will forever remember the young Dalish elf who died to kill the Fifth Archdemon. Even though she had reason to be cynical, her actions always benefited others. She left a kingdom ruled jointly by Alistair and Nora. You could get no compromise. A ruthless dwarven noble took command of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, then left nothing stand between him and victory. He exiled Alistair, sent Loghain to his death against the Archdemon, and left Nora as Ferelden's ruler. Or you can import one of your saves, which is what I'm going to do. Let's see. Yep, that's me at the end of the Dragon Age Origins. This is me at the Nest. And that's my sister, and that's my original game. Wow. Okay, that's the epilogue, that's the Nest. We're gonna go with this one. Guess I gotta go with the autosave. Plot summary. Connor was freed from the demon. Mages were recruited into the army. Dalish elves were recruited to the army. Balin rules Orzammar. The Anvil of the Void was destroyed. Loghain was killed. Alistair is king. The Warden performed the Dark Ritual with Morrigan. The Warden killed the Archdemon. Amaranthine was safe in the Darkspawn. The Architect is dead. Shale was discovered. Okay. Yay! let's start. The Adventures of David Hawke. I'm gonna try normal.
The Blight had been unleashed on Ferelden. Darkspawn poured out of the wilds, clashing against the army at the ruins of Ostagar. The battle was a disaster. King Cailan died on the field with his men, betrayed by his most trusted general. Unopposed, the Horde marched on the village of Lothering. The village burned, and many innocents were slaughtered. The champion's family barely escaped in time.
I think that's all of them.
For the moment, make us save us. We've lost it all. Everything your father and I built.
I know how much Lothering meant to you, but we have to move.
Yes, you're right.
We should have run sooner. Why did we wait so long?
Why are you looking at me? I've been running since Ostagar.
Listen, you two. The Darkspawn could be on us any minute.
Please, listen to your brother.
Then let's go. Lead on.
So this takes place sometime after Aiden came through Lothering. Your journal displays a list of your current quests. Plot assists will appear on the quest or blah blah blah. Find a way past the Darkspawn Horde. Taller than their Genlock cousins, the Hurlocks are roughly of human size but are possessed of considerable strength and constitution. The shock troops of the Darkspawn. A single berserking Hurlock can often be a match for numerous opponents at once. They are known to adorn themselves with roughly carved tattoos to keep track of their kills and deeds, though it's unknown whether or not there is a uniform standard to these markings. No. Those who had sought to claim heaven by violence destroyed it. What was golden and pure turned black. Those who had once been mage lords, the brightest of their age, were no longer men, but monsters. Eternities 12:1. Sin was the midwife that ushered the Darkspawn into this world. The Magisters fell from the Golden City, and their fate encompassed all our worlds, for they were not alone. No one knows where the Darkspawn come from. A dark mockery of men, in the darkest places they thrive, growing in number as a plague of locusts will. In raids they will often take captives, dragging their victims alive into the deep roads, but most evidence suggests that these are eaten. Like spiders, it seems, Darkspawn prefer their food still breathing. Perhaps they are simply spawned by the darkness. Certainly, we know that evil has no trouble perpetuating itself. The last Blight was in the Age of Towers, striking once again at the heart of Tevinter, spreading south into Orlais and east into the Free Marches. The plague spread as far as Ferelden, but the withering and twisting of the land soon stopped well beyond our borders. Here, Darkspawn have never been more than the stuff of legends. In the northern lands, however, particularly Tevinter and the Anderfells, they say Darkspawn haunt the hinterlands, preying on outlying farmers and isolated villages, a constant threat. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. The son of Malcolm Hawke and Leandra Amel, David has lived in many places throughout Ferelden. His father was a mage whose gift was passed on to both David and Bethany, Malcolm's daughter. Malcolm refused to submit himself to the Chantry's rule. He kept his abilities a secret and taught his children to do the same. Therefore, The family was constantly on the move to avoid Templar hunters. 10 years ago, the family settled in the village of Lothering, building a home on the outskirts and making a life where they wouldn't forever be on the run. Though Leandra worried constantly that the Templars would one day catch up with them, Malcolm's teachings were sufficient to keep them safe. He died 3 years ago, leaving David responsible for the welfare of his mother and younger siblings. When the Blight began, Carver enlisted in King Kaelin's regiment, saying the hordes spilling from the Kokari wilds meant their home would be quickly overrun if the Darkspawn were not defeated immediately. David remained in Lothering to safeguard the family. Carver appeared on their doorstep almost a month later, exhausted and injured. King Kaelin had been betrayed and slain at Ostagar, and the horde was advancing on Lothering. Though David and the others were making plans to leave, they fled their home before they were fully prepared, and it may still be too late. Combat. Use your journal. Each class has special status effect that can set up a cross-class combo, in which a character of one class uses a talent or spell to hinder an enemy with the effect before a character of another class exploits it using another talent or spell. This produces a tremendously powerful attack. Each of the status effects that enable a cross-class combo also apply a penalty to the victim. If the cross-class combo is completely successful, the effect and its penalty dissipate, but the great damage inflicted by a cross-class combo more than makes up for the loss. Warriors can stagger enemies using any of several upgraded talents from the Vanguard and Warmonger schools. Mages can exploit stagger using upgraded spells from the Arcane and Primal schools, or rogues can do so using upgraded talents from the Dual Weapon school. Mages can make enemies brittle using any of several upgraded spells from the Primal and Elemental schools. Warriors can exploit brittle using upgraded talents from the Two-Handed school, or rogues can do so using upgraded talents from the Archery school.
Stay close.
I'm not sure we can survive much more of this.
Okay, let's get going. Pew, pew, pew! Fireball! Glad we can actually hit with the staff now. Freeman staff. I need health. One of our characters has leveled up. Me! When the character levels up, you receive points to spend on both attributes and abilities. Okay, strength increases damage and attack value for warriors. For all classes, it increases fortitude, which measures resistance to effects like being knocked back or set aflame. Dexterity increases damage and attack values for rogues. For all classes, it increases the likelihood of landing a critical hit. Magic increases damage and attack value for mages. For all classes, it increases magic resistance, which absorbs a portion of damage from magical attacks and affects the duration of hostile magical effects. Cunning increases defense for all classes, as well as the amount of damage inflicted by a critical hit. Cunning also determines rogues' aptitude for picking locks and disarming traps, with difficulty thresholds every 10 points. Willpower increases the size of the mana pool for mages or the stamina pool for warriors and rogues. Constitution increases maximum health for all classes. I got 3 points. I'll do one here. Do one here. And I'll do magic. Select the tree and then zoom in. So we got Elemental, Primal, Spirit, Arcane, Entropy, and Creation. Abilities highlighted in blue can be learned. Diamond icons represent active abilities that have an instant effect. Hexagons are sustained modes that can be turned on and off. Circles are something. Mage matches the elements of fire and ice. The mage commands earth and sky. Spirit magic shakes foes to the core, partially bypassing resistances and effectively countering enemy mages. Arcane magic traps into the deepest wells of the Fade, protecting the caster and crushing their arcanist foes. The mage delves into the chaotic nature of the Fade, twisting the fabric of probability and ensnaring foes with horrifying visions. Mages schooled in creation are invaluable allies who can heal wounds, strengthen party members, and ward against oncoming foes. So I can do Winter's Grasp, summons a blast of cold that injures and slows the target. Or I could do Fireball. Mage unleashes a bolt of flame that explodes, scattering and scorching foes. Fireball. Behaviors determine how a character acts in relation to enemies. Presets will fill your tactic table and predetermined strategies. I have no resist. I have 4% magic resistance. Oh, wait. No, wrong one. Level up. Journal. Combat. Inventory. Equip new weapons, armor, and accessories for each of your party members. Move items to the junk category to sell them quickly in stores. So the one I have has 5 fire damage. This is cold damage. Oh, switch characters. There we go. Why do you have a better one? I just have a level 2. I can't use it. Bethany. Fine. Moving on.
Wait. Where are we going?
Away from the Darkspawn, where else?
And then where? We can't just wander aimlessly.
Wherever we go, what's important is that we don't separate.
We can go to Kirkwall.
Kirkwall? Are you sure that's wise?
There's a lot of Templars in Kirkwall, Mother.
I know that, but we still have family there, and an estate.
Then we need to get to Gwarin and take ship.
If we survive that long, I'll just be happy to get out of here.
Escape for Elden, find a new home. Escape for Elden, find a new home. Kirkwall once lived on the edge of the Tevinter Imperium and was home to nearly 1 million slaves. Stolen from elven lands or shipped from across the sea, all slaves fed to the Imperium's unquenchable thirst for expansion. They worked in massive quarries and sweltering foundries that produced stone and steel for the Empire. The city's complicated past is not easy to forget, history having earmarked many corners of the Stone City. A ship approaching the harbor spots the city's namesake, an imposing black wall. It is visible for miles, and carved from the cliffside are a pantheon of vile guardians representing the old gods. Over the years, the Chantry has effaced many of these profane sentinels, but it will take many more years to erase them all. Also carved into the cliff is a channel that permits ships into the city's interior. Flanking the channel are 2 massive bronze statues, the twins of Kirkwall. The statues have a practical use. Crookwell sits next to the narrowest point of the waking sea, and a massive chain net can be erected between the statues and the lighthouse, closing off the only narrow navigatable lane. This stranglehold on sea traffic is jealously guarded by the ever-changing rulers of the city, as the net trolls taxes, tolls, and extortions in from the sea. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. There's my inventory.
You will not have him! They will not have you. Not while I breathe.
Let's help him out. Fireball! I think I missed. I love the staff combat with the mage.
Stop squirming, Wesley. You'll make it worse.
Apostate, keep your distance.
Well, the Maker has a sense of humor. Darkspawn and now a Templar. I thought they all abandoned Lothering.
The Spawn are clear in their intent, but a mage is always unknown. The Order dictates.
Wesley.
The Order dictates.
Dear, they saved us. The Maker understands.
Of course.
I am Aveline Valenne. This is my husband, Sir Wesley. We can hate each other when we're safe from the Horde.
A strange time to be hunting apostates. His fellows left with the Chantry priests.
I was traveling to Denerim on business for the Order, but I had to turn south when I heard of Ostagar.
Bad luck and judgment brought us together here before the attack.
The nice Templar has been convinced to postpone his hunt for illegal mages. So let's not dwell upon it, shall we?
Wise girl.
You're quick to offer your allegiance.
Another blade between us and the Darkspawn? Yes, please.
So long as the Horde is their first concern.
My duty is clear, but that is for another day, if we are granted that opportunity.
We will be fine. We all will.
For a while, it looked like we were the only ones to escape the Darkspawn.
We aren't free of them yet. You didn't see Ostagar. This is just the start.
You were there. Yes, I see it now. Third Company, under Captain Varel.
Then you saw how the whole of the army was defeated.
We fell to betrayal, not the Darkspawn. This arm of the Horde will not have the same advantage.
How bad is that wound?
I think my sword arm's a loss, even with healing.
Then you will have mine, as always. For now, we move with you. North is cut off. We barely escaped the main body of the Horde.
Then we're trapped. The wilds are to the south, that's no way out.
We have no choice. The Darkspawn have us fenced in. We go south.
Hey, Carver, come on. A mage who does not receive the teachings of the Circle and who does not have the words of Andraste in her heart is an apostate and a danger to us all. Without the guidance of the Holy Chantry, a mage may foolishly dabble in the darker arts, blood magic, or demon summoning, thus becoming Maleficarum. And a mage's mind will ever be a doorway to spirits of the Fade. Without proper instruction, this doorway remains open and unsecured. If a demon should come through this doorway and possess a mage, an abomination is created. Abominations know only madness. They cannot be reasoned with and will slaughter man, woman, and child without thought. Whole cities have fallen to these creatures. Thousands have died at their hands. The Chantry and her Templars have a duty to ensure that this does not happen. If I knew a better way to deal with magic, I would seize upon it immediately. You say we should let the mages guard themselves. I'll tell you that this is no solution. Look at the Devinter Imperium. Their magisters do not know restraint. Without Chantry oversight, the magisters abuse their power. Those without magic are trampled underfoot and forced to serve. Slaves are slaughtered by the hundreds to feed the magisters' hunger for power. Even some mages are not spared, for in mages, as in all humans, there exists a spectrum. On one end, the very powerful. On the other, those that can barely light a candle. The Empire cares only for the strongest, and those who do not compare favorably are thrown to the wolves. Imagine your children growing up in such a world. If a mage asked it of you, you would have to give him your daughter, not knowing what his plans for her might be. You cannot resist him, and neither could she. Without our Templars and without the Circle, the common man would have no defense against magic. We must deny the mages certain freedoms for the common good. I wish there was another way. I tell you, the apprentices, this is a test of their faith, that it is the will of the Maker. Many understand that we do what we do for their own good. Except of a letter from Grand Cleric Francesca of Starkhaven to Lord Guthrie Abholtz. Who leveled up? Bethany! Spirit Bolt. The mage fires a bolt of energy that slams into a target. Although other spells may be more powerful, the bolt can be cast with great frequency. Two-handed. Warriors who wield two-handed weapons can reap tremendous damage through wide arcs of enemy flesh, although they forego the protection benefits of a shield. A Vanguard believes that a good offense is the best defense. Their powerful strikes are matched with ruthless technique. Defenders specialize in survivability, taking everything the enemy throws at them and walking away unscathed. The Warmonger is a confident adversary, well-versed in taunting foes, cutting through them, and sending them to the dirt in a bloody heap. Warmongers are also experts in controlling enemy aggression, possessing abilities that draw foes toward them and that, through stun effects, cause enemies to forget who they were fighting. When fighting solo, a Battlemaster is an efficient killing machine. When fighting alongside allies, the warrior becomes a seasoned leader who can rally others to turn the tide of combat. Well, you're using a two-handed weapon, so we'll go with this. The warrior leaps into the air, crashing down on foes with tremendous force. How you doing, Wesley?
Blessed Andraste, guide our fallen to the Maker's side.
Let's continue onward. Kaboom! Where'd you guys come from? still coming? Okay, let's start looting. Lyrium and stamina. You've received a potion. Quick heal. Quick mana. Excuse me. Onyx fragment. Go bye bye. Kaboom.
I stand for all of us.
More health potions. And so that people coming. Injury kit. Belt. I'll take it. More potions. Kaboom. Take out the emissary. Ooh, I'm almost. Ooh. I keep an eye on the health. Come on, Carver. Yay, level up.
Before they regroup, we must press towards the wilds.
Yeah, hold on. Let me level up. Put at least one in there. Long practice with wielding flame increases all fire damage that the mage inflicts, including basic attacks from a fire staff. I might as well. Okay, Aveline. You're a warrior, so I'll give one in strength. I'll give you some constitution. I'll give you some willpower. You use a weapon shield. Warriors who specialize in the shield trade damage for protection. Attacks made with one-handed weapons hit a smaller arc than two-handed weapons, although shield users have the perfect tool at hand for knocking foes around the battlefield. You got shield bash. The warrior shield arcs out, striking foes like a battering ram. Okay, let's see what's over here. Oh no, we don't have a rogue. Dang it! Phooey.
Maker, give me strength.
Bethany!
I personally prefer the designs of the Darkspawn Origins. Sorry, Carver. Might get hurt with this. Yeah, I'm getting surrounded. Run away, run away, run away. I gotta hurry up and run away.
You want this?
Take him down.
Bethany, wake up. The battle's over. We're fine.
I'm sorry, mistress. Your daughter is gone.
No. These things will not take Bethany.
Bethany risked her life to save us.
I don't want a hero. I want my daughter. How could you let her charge off like that? Oh, my poor little girl. My sweetheart.
If we stand here weeping, the Darkspawn will take the rest of us too.
Allow me to commend your daughter's soul to the Maker, mistress. Ashes we were, and ashes we become. Maker, give this young woman a place at your side. Let us take comfort in the peace she has found in eternity.
I will never forget you, Bethany.
At least Father will have company now.
Flames. We're too late.
Let's go. Come on. Get back. Get away from me.
There's no end to them.
Well, well. What have we here? It used to be we never got visitors to the wilds, but now it seems they arrive in hordes.
You look a lot different than the previous game.
I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't arrived.
I do. You would have perished. You still may. If you wish to flee the Darkspawn, you should know you are heading in the wrong direction.
So you're just going to leave us here?
And why not? I spotted a most curious sight. A mighty ogre vanquished. Who could perform such a feat? But now my curiosity is sated, and you are safe for the moment. Is that not enough?
We won't be able to get through the Darkspawn on our own.
They are everywhere, or soon will be. Where is it you plan to run to, hmm?
We're going to Kirkwall, in the Free Marches.
Kirkwall? My, but that is quite the voyage you plan. So far, simply to flee the Darkspawn.
Our home is gone, and we have nowhere else to go.
I see. Hurtled into the chaos, you fight, and the world will shake before you. Is it fate or chance? I can never decide. It appears fortune smiles on us both today. I may be able to help you yet.
There must be a catch.
There is always a catch. Life is a catch. I suggest you catch it while you can.
Should we even trust her? We don't even know what she is.
I know what she is. The Witch of the Wilds.
Some call me that. Also Flemeth. Asha Belinar. An old hag who talks too much. Does it matter? I offer you this. I will get your group past the Horde in exchange for a simple delivery to a place not far out of your way. Would you do this for a Witch of the Wilds?
What is a Witch of the Wilds exactly?
A chastened legend. Witches that steal children.
Bah, as if I had nothing better to do.
Then you're an apostate.
Yes, we have so much in common.
You would go through all that trouble to have something delivered?
I have an appointment to keep. It is far more convenient this way. Happily, you're not without your own needs.
How much trouble will this delivery be exactly?
About as much trouble as my saving your lives not 5 minutes ago.
That's a lot to ask without telling us what this involves.
It's nothing more dangerous than one so capable can handle.
Should we trust her?
Wesley is injured. We'll never escape the Darkspawn.
If you need to, leave me behind.
No. I said I would drag you out if I had to, and I meant it.
We don't have much choice.
We never do. There is a clan of Dalish elves near the city of Kirkwall. Deliver this amulet to their keeper, Marathari. Do as she asks with it, and any debt between us is paid in full. Before I take you anywhere, however, there is another matter.
No, leave him alone.
What has been done to your man is within his blood already.
You lie!
She's right, Aveline. I can feel the corruption inside me.
What are you talking about?
From the Darkspawn. All that blood. I knew when it happened.
And how much time before you?
Not long now, if I am any judge.
There must be something we can do.
The only cure I know of is to become a Grey Warden.
And they all died at Ostagar.
Not all, but the last are now beyond your reach.
Aveline, listen to me.
You can't ask me this. I won't.
Please. The corruption is a slow death. I can't.
He's your husband, Aveline. I can't decide his fate.
Be strong, my love.
Without an end, there can be no peace. It gets no easier. Your struggles have only just begun.
Flemeth,
I thought that might interest you.
you expect me to believe a myth swooped out of the wild to save the champion?
Oh, come now, Seeker. Do I need to recite the tale of the Warden as well?
No. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised to hear of her involvement.
I liked my version better, too.
What else aren't you telling me, then? Did she send someone with the champion?
In a manner of speaking.
So it's true. Continue. But if you tell me they all flew to Kirkwall on a dragon...
Nothing so fanciful, I assure you. The witch kept her word, and got them to Guaran, where they took ship. They sailed north across the waking sea, lashed by terrible storms. 2 weeks they spent in that dark hold, packed in with the fearful and the desperate. And then they saw it. Kirkwall, the city of chains. Long ago, it was part of the Imperium. Slaves coming from far and wide to work the quarries. Now, it's a free city. But I use the word loosely. Sail through those black cliffs and you'll see what the slaves of old saw. The gallows, welcoming you. That's where their ship landed, with all the rest.
Sounds like a fun place.
They're not letting anyone into the city.
What? That can't be.
It's true. Look at them all.
Are we really surprised? Everyone's fleeing the Blight. Just as we are.
And they would throw us all back to the wolves. Unbelievable.
I'm only surprised they let us dock.
We need to find Gamlen. Our family has always been highly regarded in Kirkwall. He can do something, I'm sure of it.
Let's hope he received your letter.
The guards seem to be reporting to that man. Perhaps we should speak to him.
Ooh, level up. Carver! Giant's Reach. The warrior's two-handed attack rips through the air with such power that each generates a shockwave past the point of impact, effectively extending the weapon's reach. This affects basic attacks, Whirlwind, Mighty Blow, and Scythe. Towering over their darkspawn kin, the massive ogres are a rare sight on the battlefield. Traditionally, they only appear during a blight, but some records claim that ogres have been spotted in the deep roads hunting alone or in small groups. At least one report by the Grey Wardens claimed that an ogre was spotted alone in the Kokari Wilds in 919 Dragon, though it was weakened and easily dispatched. Up to 100 of these creatures can accompany a darkspawn horde at any one time during a blight, often using their great strength to burst through fortifications and demolish the front lines of the opposing army. They use brute force to charge their enemies like bulls, slam the ground with their fists to shake enemies off their feet, and hurl giant rocks into the face of oncoming foes. Melee can be difficult against a giant that snatches a warrior up in one hand, crushing the life out of him or beating him into oblivion with the other. The nimble can try to wiggle his way free, or an ally can attempt an array of stunning blows on an ogre to free the comrade in danger. Grey Warden lore urges caution when slaying an ogre. Unless it is ensured that they have received a major wound to the head or the heart, it is possible that they are lying dormant and will regenerate to full health within a matter of minutes. During a blight, most Grey Wardens recommend burning all darkspawn to ashes, dead ogres in particular. David's younger sister, Bethany, died during the family's flight from Lothering, leaving David and Bethany's twin brother, Carver, as the only surviving children. Like David, Bethany was an apostate mage in hiding from the Circle since childhood. Protecting David and Bethany from the Templars became the defining fact of the family's life, forcing them to move frequently and live well below their means in small hamlets like Lothering. Bethany was close to her eldest sibling and idolized and envied the way David embraced magic, but she could never give up her resentment of being different and fear for what their future would hold. You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Ages ago, legend says Ban Conobar took to wife a beautiful young woman who harbored a secret talent for magic, Flemeth of Highever, and for a time they lived happily, until the arrival of a young poet, Osin, who captured the lady's heart with his verse. They turned to the chasing tribes for help and hid from Conobar's wrath in the wilds, until word came to them that Conobar lay dying. His last wish was to see Flemeth's face one final time. The lovers returned, but it was a trap. Conobar slew Osin and imprisoned Flemeth in the highest tower of the castle. In grief and rage, Flemeth worked a spell to summon a spirit into this world to wreak vengeance upon her husband. Vengeance she received, but not as she planned. The spirit took possession of her, turning Flemeth into an abomination. A twisted, maddened creature, she slaughtered Conobar and all his men, and fled back into the wilds. For 100 years Flemeth plotted, stealing men from the Chasing to sire monstrous daughters, horrific things that could kill a man with fear. These Kokari witches led an army of Chastened from the wilds to strike at the Alamari tribes. They were defeated by the hero Carmack, and all the witches burned, so they say. But even now the wilders whisper that Flemeth lives on in the marsh, and she and her daughters steal those men who come too near. Morgan's mother saved the last Grey Wardens from death at the top of the Tower of Vishal, but just who or what Flemeth truly is a mystery. Find Gamlin or some way into Kirkwall. Deliver Flemeth's amulet to keep Marathari and the Dalish... blah blah.
Get back to the crowd, you lot. Trying to bully your way through won't get you into Kirkwall any faster.
But you do intend to let us in.
We have enough poor of our own in the free marches. We don't need you refugees piling up here like a middens heap.
Why aren't we being allowed into the city?
If it were up to me, I'd bar the gates and let you find somewhere else to beg. But it's not. Some of you lot might have legitimate business in the city. So Knight Commander Meredith wants us to sort you all out. Most of you are getting right back on your ships, though.
That's a Templar title. Why would a city guardsman answer to the Templars?
We don't answer to her, but she's the power in Kirkwall. Don't know what would happen if the Viscount went against something she wanted, but he's sure never taken that chance.
I heard someone call this fortress the Gallows. Is it a prison?
Used to be. Back in the Imperial days. They kept slaves here until the rebellion. Now the Templars run it, and use it to lock up their mages. Guess not much has changed.
Are mages imprisoned here?
Well, no more than anywhere else. It's a circle of magi now. Magic is to serve man, not rule him. And mages are better locked up where they don't hurt anyone.
There must be someone in charge I can speak with.
Yes, always the same story. You want in, talk to Captain Ewald. I'm just here to keep you refuse from climbing the walls.
Do you have a ship? Something to get us out?
Anything over here? No? Okay.
Why don't they open their bloody gates?
I don't know.
Tell me, how did your family escape Lothering? Almost everyone who hadn't fled.
My brother. If he wasn't with us, I don't think we'd be here.
But you seem quite skilled as well.
I'm not my brother.
So, are you trying to say something, Carver?
Did I not tell you to keep the rabble out of here?
There's only so much I can do, Monsieur. I don't control the gallows.
Then what am I paying you for?
Okay.
What do you want?
I'm just looking around.
I can pay you.
We need to find your uncle. With any luck, he's received my letter.
I've already told you. I can't give you any more for them.
But that was everything we have. It's all we brought with us.
And I feel for you, Sarah, but it's the best I can do.
If they just let us into the city, I could get 3 times that price.
Myron?
Your business is done.
But...
Now then, what can I do for you, Sarah?
I didn't think there'd be any stores here in the fortress.
There are many merchants who come here right now who can't afford the bribes to enter the city. So the Templars suggested having someone set up shop, temporarily. And I am the lucky man.
You mean you paid your own bribes to be here?
If they allowed everyone to set up shop, this place would turn into a bazaar. Sadly, there's only so much I can do for those Fereldans. Poor sods.
I'm sure you're very broken up over it.
I meant you. Folks like yourself.
She didn't seem very happy with the deal you made.
What am I supposed to do? Buy every piece of furniture these people dragged with them?
You mean people like us?
Of course. My apologies. My point is that I'm running a business, not a charitable order. I'm sorry.
I imagine the profits help with the guilt.
I don't need anything.
As you wish, Sirrah.
Just looking around, seeing if there's anything else here.
Let us through, you flaming blighter. We're not staying in this pit.
Then get back on your ship and leave. Kirkwall has no more room for refugees.
The ship's already gone. We've paid good coin to get here.
You and half of Ferelden. There's nothing I can do. The city is full.
One of the guards said you were letting in people who have business in the city.
That's right. We've seen you let lots of people through.
Citizens and merchants that make it worth our while. I'll assume that you don't have any more coin than these gentlemen. We've been letting you Fereldans in for months. You're too late. There's no more room.
But we've got family here.
I've heard claims like that 1,000 times already, trust me. We'll find some ships to take you all back to Ferelden, eventually. Until then, you stay here.
There must be someone else in charge we can talk to.
The city's been closed by order of the Viscount and Knight Commander Meredith, whose fortress you're standing in. But as far as you're concerned, I'm in charge.
Our uncle is Gamlen Amal. He knows we're coming. Surely someone could find him.
Gamlen? I know that name.
He's a nobleman here in the city. Our family has an estate.
A nobleman? The only Gamlen I know is a weasel who couldn't rub two coppers together. He comes back, I'll bring you to him. But I don't have time to...
What? You gonna let them through?
I didn't say anything about...
We've been here for 4 days. They just got here.
That's it. We're carving our way out of here. Men?
Fireball. And you're a strong one. I'm almost dead. And I'm dead.
Everyone see that? Down! Can't get there from here. Too far, see? Watch this one!
Here we go.
Suffer no threat. Order will rule.
Just die already.
Couldn't have done it without.
Unbelievable.
Captain, are you all right?
I am, no thanks to you. Where is everyone? Go find them. I want this kept under control. You have my thanks. Look, I can't get you into the city. It's not my decision. But I'll find your uncle and bring him here.
Can I get an injury kit?
It's been 3 days. This waiting has to end.
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Gamlen must still be looking for us.
And if he's not?
Wait, I think someone's coming.
Leandra! Damn, girl, the years haven't been kind to you.
Gamlen.
Let me say up front, I wasn't expecting this. The Blight, your husband, dead. I'd figured you'd pretty much be Ferelden for life.
Oh, Gamlen. We came too late. My darling Bethany didn't make it, and Drastic guide her.
Oh, Maker, save me. Leandra, don't drop this on me here. I don't even know if I can help you get in.
I'm more concerned about Mother. Can you get her in at least?
No. We stay together.
I was hoping to grease some palms, but the Knight Commander's been cracking down. We're gonna need more grease.
But what about the estate? Surely Father left something when he died?
Right, about the estate. It's, gone. To settle a debt. I've been meaning to write you.
Then there's no hope.
Not quite. I know some people who might help. If you're not too delicate about the company you keep.
Mother said our family was wealthy. You really can't help us?
I am blighted helping. I've got 2 offers of work from people who've got the coin to open those gates.
I still can't believe you sold the estate. Gamlen, how could you?
Well, I didn't expect your blasted family to show up on my doorstep. I've got a nice place in Lowtown. You'll see, it'll all work out.
Do we need to stay in Kirkwall? Let's go to another city.
This was my home. I can't believe they won't let me come back.
Every city on the coast's been hip-deep in Ferelden since the Blight. You could try your luck further inland, I suppose, but it won't be easy.
We're not putting Mother through that. We came here. We're staying here.
We don't have any choice, do we? I need to get my family into Kirkwall.
I talked to my contacts, and I found some people who might be willing to pay your way into the city. The catch is, you and your brother will have to work off the debt. For a year.
A year?
It's the best I could do. Trust me when I say a bunch of refugees won't get a better option anywhere else.
So you're selling us into indentured servitude? That's your idea?
Think of it as having a job waiting for you in your new home.
I guess it's only a year, right?
I managed to convince my contacts to come to the gallows to meet you personally. Mirren heads up the mercenary company, the Red Iron. They're looking for recruits. Fenrir, I guess you might call her a smuggler. Either one of them can help you. All you need to do is find them in the courtyard and convince them you're worth the trouble.
What do you think about this, Carver?
What can I say? Better here than nowhere.
What kind of man is this Mirren?
He's a hired sword. What do you expect him to be like? I wouldn't bring him home for dinner or anything, but he's got a decent reputation. I wouldn't have asked him if I thought he'd cross you.
How dangerous is this smuggler's work?
Well, it won't be pretty working for her. She's a pretty small fish compared to some of the other thieves' guilds around here. But she's tough, she's fair, and she never deals in slaves or flesh.
Let's find them and see what they have to say.
Oh, Gamlen, I don't know about this.
It's a lot of coin, Leandra. Don't go expecting our name to carry the kind of weight it used to.
And what of me? I will not allow others to incur debts on my behalf.
Can't see that it makes a difference. You look like a lady who can pull her own weight.
Then you'll come with us.
I have no real option. Thank you.
Okie dokie then. Characters fall in battle receive injuries, which reduces their maximum health. Find either Anthendril or Mirren in the Gallow Courtyard. Either might be willing to provide a way into Kirkwall. Okay, let's save our game. Next time, we're gonna put ourselves to work. Till then, if you like this video, let me know in the... Wait. I should heal first. Can I not? Oh, I'm selected as Carver, that's why. There we go. Now let's save. There. Well, if you like this video, let me know in the comments. If you really liked it, press that cute little like button. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Luke Dog, and I'll see you next time.